Hello everyone, this is Asmita Sandeep, and today we have on our show Dr. Vishal Zadhav. He is the founder and director of Hospertz India Private Limited. Welcome, Doctor.
Hello, Asmita. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing great.
So before we begin our interview, kindly introduce yourself.
Yeah, so I'm Dr. Vishal Zadhav, the founder and director of Hospertz India Private Limited. By doctor, I am a medical doctor by profession. I completed my medicine from the best of the universities, KEM, GSMC, in the year 2002, after which I got an opportunity to enter into post-graduation, especially into industrial medicine, or also known as occupational health. So after completion of my post-graduation, I got an opportunity to start my own company by the name of OSH Medics, which the full form of which is Occupational Safety and Health. Basically, this company caters into healthcare services of factories and industries across India. So companies in today's date like the Indian Oil Group, ACC Cements, Sintel, Vedanta Group, the Tata Group are taking our services in various formats, right from providing them medical checkups for their employees to helping them in commissioning of their healthcare setups, providing equipments, providing emergency evacuations, as well as many other services which come across for running a successful healthcare venture. Gave us similar requirements what we have been currently catering with OSH Medics. And that's how Hospertz India came into action.
So, Doctor, usually after completing MBBS, doctors opt for practice. But how did you come up with something like starting your own healthcare consultancy firm?
Right. So, as rightly said, Asmita, clinical practice is always the dream every doctor has. And obviously that is also inherited in me as well. But when I entered into industrial medicine and when I especially entered into corporate healthcare, I found out that the commissioning aspect or the operational aspect of any healthcare practice is equally important apart from the clinical medicine. I'll give you a live example that supposedly if I take a patient of heart who has recently undergone MI or a heart attack to the best cardiologist of Mumbai, and supposedly that doctor at that moment does not have the right equipment or infrastructure or a good team to take care of that heart attack, it is of no use. So for a patient to get well soon from a hospital, apart from the clinical doctor, which obviously holds the lion's share in treating the patient, he needs a good team of supporting staff, right from nurses, paramedics, ward boys to ground staff, and nonetheless a good infrastructure to handle. So when we talk about services of Hospertz, we do take care of these supporting systems which are required in operational and management of a successful healthcare venture.
So, Doctor, when we are starting off, we face a lot of struggles. So, what were the initial struggles that you had to face to convince your client to opt for Hospertz while establishing your firm and also organizing your team?
So, the initial struggles, or rather I would say challenges, which we came across while convincing our doctors is what we found out from the doctors in India, that many of doctors, especially in smaller towns and tier 2 cities, are still having a very conservative approach that in today's date, the architect who designs for my house or my shop will also take care of my hospital. And that is not the real case, because building up a hospital and taking care of the designs for a hospital to a residential complex is a total different ballgame altogether. And frankly speaking, this pandemic of COVID has made them realize a lot, So things like having an isolation ward, things like having a completely engineered or designed approach for any healthcare setup was the need of the hour in Indian healthcare practice. That is slowly but surely realized by many doctors, and you won't believe in today's date more than 10 to 12 requirements we come across in a day's time with all such services which we are currently providing through Hospertz for our clients or doctors in India.
So we actually have the list of services that your consultancy provides. So what makes Hospertz different from other firms, and why one should opt for Hospertz and not others?
So yes, definitely. There are many players in the market who come across with similar kind of services. But if you see through the gamut of activities which we help our doctors in, we are the only company in the country who not only take care about the commissioning aspects of the hospital, but also take care about the post-commissioning services. Like, we don't end up just providing a hospital structure to our clients, but also help them to run the hospitals through a dedicated and trained operational management team. Not only that, but we also have other opportunities for the doctors, whereby in near future we can provide them with investors from market as well as joint venture tie-ups, wherein they can think about future expansion of their current projects.
Doctor, can you elaborate major issues that doctors and hospitals face initially, and how Hospertz can play a vital role in it?
Yes. So in my practice of Hospertz, we came across many doctors who have come across with their initial setups of small healthcares or hospital setups. So the major issues which we found out from our current doctors in terms of setting up a hospital is, as I earlier mentioned you, they got their hospital designs done from a local architect over there who had good experience in residential and commercial designing, but very less experience in healthcare designing. So one of the commonest errors we found out that you must be knowing that in any hospital setup, operation theatres are the most expensive part which a doctor has to take care in terms of the cost involved in the infrastructure of an operation theatre. The commonest errors which we find out that above the operation theatres there are service lines or plumbing lines designed by a local architect. You must be aware that these plumbing lines have the issues of leakages or some problems in near future. Supposedly, if this leakage enters into an operation theatre, can you just imagine what kind of the cost is incurred in repair of such situations? An average modular operation theatre in today's date costs anywhere between 15 lakhs to 1 crore. So supposedly, if there is any issue of such leakages, the doctor has to shut down the operation theatre, which is so big loss to the hospital. And secondly, there are so many high chances of getting infections due to this leakage issues. So such common issues we have usually catered. So these are some of the common challenges which we found in the current designs, and that's how we tried to do a gap analysis on the same, and our doctors got convinced in that, and now they are looking forward to remodel and redesign their current structure as well with us. Issues we are currently facing while we are looking into the redesigning of the old hospitals is fire compliance. Currently many hospitals are having this issue of fire compliance, and recent articles in newspaper you must have read about these episodes of fire in hospitals in Bhandara, in Madhya Pradesh, in Ranchi are two examples of this challenge.
Thank you so much, Doctor, for giving us this information. I know that this is going to be really very helpful for our viewers, but we are not going to stop here. We are going to meet in the next part 2 video, so stay tuned.